Have you ever woken up feeling stiff, sore, or just off, even though you've been doing everything right? You eat healthy, stay active, drink plenty of water, maybe even start your day with eggs for protein. But still, there's that nagging leg pain, swollen ankles, or tightness in your knees by mid-morning. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know it might not be your fault. It could be something hiding in plain sight, how you combine your foods. Specifically, what you're pairing with one of the most common breakfast staples out there, eggs. Now, before we go any further, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button and turned on the bell, now would be a great time, because today, I'm going to share something you probably weren't expecting. 6 everyday food combinations that can quietly spark inflammation, cause joint pain, and even affect your mobility as you age. So, stick around, because what you're about to learn could change how you feel every single morning. Eggs are often called a superfood. They're packed with high-quality protein, B vitamins, choline, and other nutrients that support brain function, muscle repair, and energy. For many years, they were a staple in the diets of people at every stage of life. But here's the thing. As we age, our bodies change. Digestion slows down. Our immune system becomes more sensitive. And certain food pairings that once seemed harmless can actually become triggers for chronic inflammation, especially in the joints and lower body. This isn't about blaming eggs, far from it. It's about understanding what happens when they meet certain other ingredients, and how those interactions can silently sabotage your comfort and independence. Let's dive into the 6 food combos you should avoid after 60, and why they may be the hidden source of your pain. 1. Eggs plus processed meats, bacon, sausage, ham. For many of us, the smell of sizzling bacon is like a warm hug from childhood. A classic breakfast combo, eggs and sausage or scrambled eggs with ham, feels comforting and familiar. But here's the truth. Processed meats are loaded with sodium, nitrates, and saturated fats. These ingredients don't just raise cholesterol, they trigger inflammation throughout the body. When combined with eggs, which naturally contain sulfur-based compounds, these meats can elevate uric acid levels in the bloodstream. That's a major red flag for joint pain, swelling, and even gout flare-ups, especially in the feet and knees. Over time, this kind of daily habit can lead to more than just discomfort. It can impact your balance, increase fall risk, and chip away at your ability to enjoy the activities you love. 2. Eggs plus refined carbohydrates, white bread, bagels, muffins, toast with eggs, a bagel with a fried egg on top, maybe a blueberry muffin on the side. These breakfast staples are easy, fast, and nostalgic, but for seniors, they come with a hidden cost. Refined carbs break down quickly into sugar, causing sharp spikes in blood glucose. This triggers an inflammatory response from your immune system, and over time, that inflammation settles into your joints, especially in weight-bearing areas like your knees, hips, and ankles. Pair that with eggs, which are rich in fat and protein, and digestion slows even more. That means longer exposure to those inflammatory messengers and more pressure on your joints and muscles. You might not notice the effects immediately, but by lunchtime or evening, your legs could feel heavier, stiffer, or more painful than usual. 3. Eggs plus cheese, especially processed or melted varieties. There's something deeply satisfying about a cheesy omelet or scrambled eggs with melted cheese on top. For many older adults, cheese is a comfort food, creamy, rich, and familiar. But here's the catch. Processed cheeses, the kind used in most breakfast dishes, are loaded with saturated fats, artificial additives, and casein, a milk protein that can irritate the gut and promote inflammation. When you pair that with eggs, both of which are dense and slow to digest, you create a heavy meal that sits in the stomach and sends signals of distress through the body. The result? Swelling in the knees, aching calves, or tightness in the ankles, especially after meals or first thing in the morning. It's heartbreaking because the very foods meant to bring comfort can be the ones quietly robbing you of mobility and confidence. 4. Eggs, plus nightshade vegetables, tomatoes, peppers, potatoes. You might be surprised to hear this, but some vegetables, yes, vegetables, can actually contribute to joint pain in sensitive individuals. Nightshades like tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, and eggplants contain a natural compound called solanine. In some people, especially those with slower kidney or liver function, this compound can build up and irritate soft tissues. When eaten alongside eggs, which are already a concentrated food, this combo can intensify inflammation in the legs and joints. You might notice morning stiffness, heaviness in your knees, or tenderness in your feet, symptoms that mimic arthritis or nerve damage. It's easy to overlook the diced tomatoes in your omelet or the hash browns on the side, but for those with sensitivities, these seemingly healthy choices might be the real culprits behind unexplained pain. 5. Eggs, plus sugar, jam, jelly, ketchup, sweetened drinks, a little jam on toast, a splash of orange juice, maybe ketchup on your eggs. Just a touch of sweetness to brighten your morning. But for aging bodies, even small amounts of added sugar can have big consequences. As we get older, insulin sensitivity declines, blood sugar spikes become more damaging, and over time, sugar molecules begin sticking to proteins in the body, a process known as glycation. This leads to stiffened tissues, damaged cartilage, and reduced blood flow, especially to the legs and feet. That tingling in your toes, burning sensation in your calves, or morning knee stiffness, it might be tied to that sweetener in your coffee or jelly on your toast. And the worst part? These effects accumulate quietly. By the time you feel them, the damage has already built up over years. 6. Eggs plus margarine, or artificial butter substitutes. For decades, margarine was touted as the heart-healthy alternative to butter. Many seniors switched, believing they were making a safer choice. But science tells a different story. Margarine and artificial butter substitutes often contain trans fats, harmful compounds linked to inflammation, oxidative stress, and joint breakdown. When heated, like spreading on toast or frying eggs, these fats release free radicals that attack collagen in the joints and restrict blood flow to the legs. Symptoms can include numbness, cramping, or throbbing pain, often mistaken for normal aging or poor circulation. But the truth? The culprit may be hiding in the very oil you use to cook your eggs. Now that we've covered the 6 dangerous combinations, let's talk about what you can do. You don't have to give up eggs. Far from it. Eggs are still a powerhouse of nutrition. The key is choosing the right companions for them. Instead of processed meats, try lean turkey or smoked salmon. Swap white bread for whole grain or sprouted options. Replace cheese with avocado or hummus for creaminess without the inflammation. Add leafy greens like spinach or kale to your omelets. Use olive oil instead of margarine. Cook your eggs by steaming, poaching, or lightly sautéing in healthy fats. And above all, listen to your body. If you wake up stiff or sore after breakfast, take note. Your plate holds more power than you think. At this stage in life, every bite matters more than ever. Food isn't just fuel, it's a message to your body. It can either whisper healing or shout inflammation. Your legs, your joints, your freedom, they're worth protecting. And sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference. So next time you sit down to breakfast, ask yourself, who are my eggs eating with today? Because the answer could shape how you feel tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please drop a comment below. Let me know one thing you learned and plan to try. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health tips made just for seniors. Here's to living strong, living well, and enjoying every step of the journey.